Every- Hey everybody, how y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Appreciate you being here. It is your guy, Mr. Fingers, coming to you from the 405 live, where the wind comes whipping down the plane, and we are here today with this. I don't know why I started to go into impersonation of Eddie Murphy, Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. Listen, it is rookie spotlight, rookie of the week. This, we only have 16 weeks, and there's so many wonderful rookies in the league. And one of the things that Sean told me last year was like, bruh, you got to show your boys some love. And y'all know, come on now, y'all know I wasn't going to let this entire season go by and not at least spotlight some of these boys that came from Athens, Georgia, from Clark County, playing in Sanford Stadium with everybody yelling, "Go Dogs, sick 'em, woo, 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 woo." So this week's rookie comes to us by way of the University of Georgia, born April 4th, 2001 in Apopka, Florida. Oh, he's a Florida man. He used to, apparently, I wonder if he used to wrestle Gators back in the day. Well, actually, he did wrestle Gators 3 times. He played for Georgia for 3 seasons. Y'all see what I did there? Anyway, he played football at Apopka High School. He was a phenomenal standout athlete there. He had 12 sacks and 64 tackles and a touchdown in his senior year. Graduated high school as a 5-star recruit, and of course, committed to play football for whom? Those guys right there. Those guys right there. Those guys up there. Oh, you can't. I just realized y'all can't see what's up there. It's some more Georgia stuff up there. You just going to have to take my word for it. Anyway, he wound up playing for the University of Georgia. Coach Kirby Smart for one of the most legendary college defenses of the last 20 years. Wound up getting a lot of playing time in his freshman season, evolved, and the kid was just an absolute beast. I'm not going to go through all of his stats and all of that, but just because here's the thing. If you look at his stat line, it looks like he did a little something, but they're like, what makes this guy so impressive? Well, the thing that makes him impressive is the thing that makes him impressive now in the league. And we'll get to where he got drafted and all of that in just a second. He is one of those guys, just like we talked about Big Baby Davis last year. Jalen Carter did the same thing. He was a stopgap guy. He was a guy that was plugging up the holes so the guys behind him could come in and make the tackles. He didn't always have to get the shine. He didn't always have to get the tackle. He didn't always have to get the sack. And during the course of his 3-year career at the University of Georgia, he won not one, but 2 national championships. And if memory serves, he won them back to back. I can't make my hands do like there. You go. He won them back to back in consecutive years. Whew, my goodness. He went into before he got drafted. Unfortunately, he found himself in the middle of a little bit of controversy earlier this January. There was, we won't get too deep into it, but unfortunately, some lives were lost, and that did cause him to lose some draft stock, but he did wind up being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles as the 9th overall pick in the 2023 draft, wound up having his first game against the New England Patriots, and wound up recording his first career sack against the quarterback who played, not at the same time, but against the quarterback who played for a team that they won their first national championship against, Alabama alum Mac Jones. It's now, if you, I'm really excited to be talking about the dude. Can you tell? And then I'm all full of love from Mr. Sean Spencer telling me how great he thinks my impersonations are. I'm trying real hard not to let them all out. But Jalen Carter was such a phenomenal athlete. I mean, if you weren't paying attention to what he was doing on the field, you would miss it. But I'm pretty sure most of you all remember when they played LSU this past season, the rubber stamp on the season was they were just beating the ever-loving tar out of LSU. Jaden Daniels is hurt. And let me say something. I know we're talking about Jalen Carter right now. Jaden Daniels is a soldier. Boy was hurt. He said, I know we're losing, but I'm going to go out here and lose with my boys. And his ankle was hurting. And Jaden That's a tongue twister for you right there. Jalen Carter just grabbed him. He already had him for the sack. And he was trying to run away. He just picked him up with the one arm, and it was plastered all over every website and every meme all over the country. That was the play. That was his, I want to call it a Jadeveon Clowney moment, but it was more of a, hey man, just quit. Just quit. Just stop. We got you. I got you. But Jalen Carter now drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. And as you all remember, God, the Eagles drafted a whole metric ton of Georgia Bulldogs that are now playing up there. Wound up finishing, I said I wasn't going to get into his stats, but he did finish his college career, 38 games in total with 44 solo tackles, 39 assists, 18 and a half tackles for loss. And like I said, his sack number was not that large. He only had 6 sacks. When you think about all the other guys that got those numbers while he was playing, and the Kobe Deans, and Jordan didn't have Jordan. Big Baby Davis did not have a whole lot of numbers like that either. But these other guys that were eating, the Nolan Smiths and things like that, he and the rest of those front four were able to make that happen. So now he is 3 weeks in on a team that is 3-0, as we discussed earlier with the Philadelphia Eagles. His numbers are they're not standing out that much. He's got 2 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and half a sack. But you know what he's doing? The same thing he left off doing when he left Athens, plugging holes and making trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, Jalen Carter is going to be a problem in the NFL where defense is concerned. And the Eagle, man, it's look at my face. I'm really worked up because he was my second favorite player on that squad. Jalen Carter, woo! He get ready to rip some stuff up in the NFL. Just get the baby time. He gonna do it. Just make sure he eat. He gotta eat 5 times a day, but don't feed him after dark and don't get him wet. That's all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, this week's rookie of the week, Jalen Carter. I have been Mr. Fingers. Please, Nick, take me off the screen before I keep talking. Thank y'all.
No, you're doing fine, man. This is what we do here, pal. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, and of course, we all know. I don't know that we'll regret it, but as you know, the Bears traded that pick, so you guys could take Jalen Carter, and we could take an offensive tackle. So there you go, Jalen Carter to the Philadelphia Eagles.